on, can you feel the excitement in this room? Yes. Something really, it really is. My name's Alan Steinfeld. I love being at these expos because it's a chance for community to come together and also meet new rising stars that are bringing new information. So come on in. We have a chair right here for you, and whoever else. And this is the first time Marilyn and her team, Diane and Jennifer, are here. She needs two people to hold the ground because she is so out there when they come in, when these beings come in. I know Vivian Chabet was supposed to be here, but she did have a family emergency, so she couldn't.
Chair here, there's a chair here.
She couldn't make it.
Can't hear you.
She couldn't make it, Vivian Chabet. But what we have here today is a real treat from Marilyn and the energies she brings through of ZaZar. And I said last time to Marilyn, I should have said this when I introduced you last time, that it is a message of love. It really is the intention of these higher beings to bring love, to know, for us to feel what love is. I did a whole interview with Marilyn. She just talked about, you're magnificent. I said, really? I mean, it took me an hour to get what they were saying. Like, they were trying to love me, and I was like, okay, I think
Very
I got
resistant.
Yeah, but they were good. I got it.
You got it.
I'm trying to embrace my magnificence. But all of us are here to do that too. And it's such a gift to have these dimensional beings come through the vehicle in our presence and share a different vibration than what we're used to in the world. Even at the expo, it's a level up. So let's welcome Marilyn, Diane, and Jennifer here for the first time.
So welcome everybody. This is quite a treat. I can feel your energies. ZaZar is quite excited to get out the gate. So, but I wanted to just say, this is Diane. Diane is my wife of 27 years, and we work together on this mission 24/7. And we have a sanctuary. Jen is my sojourner, and the three of us, we call ourselves the Triple Power Stars, working with ZaZar. We have a sanctuary in upstate New York. We came all the way from New York to see you.
Thank you. Come on in.
Come on in.
Come on in. There's a couple seats in the back. You can come across.
You don't want to miss this.
Yeah.
So we have the sanctuary of 50 acres on a stream. It's most beautiful. We do all kinds of retreats and workshops, and ZaZar times on this sanctuary is absolutely amazing. We establish fifth dimensional community on our sanctuary when we have these retreats. If you ever want to feel what a fifth dimensional community is, come to New York and we have cabins on the property where people stay, and we do CE5s at night and have quite amazing contact. We've had crafts come 500 feet above our house, and many people have seen fully manifested ETs walking on our property. I've seen Sasquatch twice, fully manifested, and other ETs walking about. So we have quite the sanctuary in upstate New York.
But the exciting thing is, for this neighborhood, they're doing something in Mount Shasta next weekend.
Yes.
And you
We're-
can join the beings.
Next weekend, we're going to we have flyers for you at the front, and we're going to Mount Shasta Friday night to do an event like this, Sunday to do an immersive experiential with him, and maybe Saturday night a CE5 up into Mount Shasta. So it's going to be really exciting for us to be there. We do work now all over the United States, yes.
What is the CE5?
A CE5 is Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind. It's where you use consciousness protocols to make contact with extraterrestrials.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Good question.
So a little bit about my story. I am a clinical psychologist, or I say I was, and I started to channel in 2016, gave up my practice because this was far more important to get the message across about our new ascending Earth And so you could say, went from the mainstream to the cosmic stream. And ZaZar often teases me to say, because I used to go around the country actually and talk about treatment of trauma recovery. And ZaZar says now you go around the country talking about human recovery. Because we're all recovering as humans. And so in 2009, I was studying and looking at how to make contact with extraterrestrials. Now I understand why. I was sitting in the dentist office reading contact protocols, and this amazing music came over the loudspeakers. I mean, it was space, beautiful music. I said to the technician, "You guys rock your music." She goes, "Oh, that's not our music. We have bad music." That's incredible. The head dentist ran through the office and said, "What is going on here is a spaceship landing." That's how spacey the music was. The technician said to me, "I don't know why I'm saying this. Would you look at your phone?" This was in the day of flip phones. You could not send pictures or music at that time, nor could you project anything onto speakers in an entire office. I looked at my phone, opened it. There was a picture of a spacecraft with hieroglyphics going down in 2 columns. And in 5 minutes, the music ended, and it was no longer projected on the speaker, and their elevator music returned. And I was officially numbed in my mouth, but awakened in my consciousness. So I went home and I said to Diane, I had the strangest thing happen in the dentist office. And she was like, "Did they serve you laughing gas or something like that?" It happened 3 more times. One of the times we were having ice cream with her children on her birthday, and this time it came up with the same spaceship, hieroglyphics, but on the side column it said birth. It was her birthday. It happened 2 more times. I went to Verizon, which is my phone thing, and I said to them, "Here's the time, the dates, these calls came in, the picture and the music." And he said, "Oh, we have ways of knowing exactly what comes in on your phone." He was gone 20 to 30 minutes. He came out, he said, "Ma'am, I will tell you this. We have no record of anything coming in. Whatever came into you was not human generated." So at that moment, I said, we will learn how to do contact with the extraterrestrials. It felt like a call. Later did I learn it was from ZaZar. We proceeded to do a lot of consciousness contact protocols. We created many ourselves, and we have the largest CE5 consciousness making contact group in the country. In the winter, we do indoor contact. It's absolutely amazing what comes into the room. Manifest. And so that started. In 2016, ZaZar started coming through. I wrote a book before then, and I knew I had a lot of downloads. And I say this to people, it's important because some of you are just beginning to realize you download information, you may channel information. I want you to know. And so I started downloading information that would come in 20 seconds. And it would take me a day to decipher. It would come in visions and sacred geometry, and I would decipher it. And I wrote my first book, The Oneness of Being, the Birth of the New Humans. And then ZaZar came out in 2016. I realized it was him coming through, but now he came into my body. And so the journey started. I quit being a psychologist, and now I'm a channeler. I have to say, some of my mainstream people think I've gone way off stream. But I know the truth of what he brings in. The first year, it was all about integrity. I didn't want to be too small for the task. And I also didn't want to be too big. And so for the first year, ZaZar taught me a lot about getting rid of my own debris and opening so I would have enough integrity to know the truth of what he was saying. And so I had a a regression, a hypnotic regression before that, and I had clear memories of being on a craft as a child. This wasn't abduction, it's none of those stories. I was on a craft from about 3 years old till 8, and my father often took me, my human father. I remember clearly going into fields, light would come, and all of a sudden I was on a craft, and all I knew was, and I have clear memories of this craft experience and some of my human childhood experiences. All I knew was this craft was fantastic. I was with a lot of human children, except during playtime we got to play, and there were some other extraterrestrial children on the craft. Pleiadian, Arcturian, plant beings, loved them, mantis beings, and to a child, this just seems like what your imagination tells you is reality. Look at all the children's books about all the different things. So for me, we got to learn about consciousness, and on the craft, I was able to learn to project my consciousness onto a screen, to make music, to make painting, artworks. It was just so much fun. The thing I remember most is being in line with all the children when it was time to go back to Earth, and feeling like, oh my gosh, now I have to be so small again. And I know now from ZaZar, I met ZaZar on the craft when I was a child, that we were being prepared to be able to hold this intense light that's coming into the planet, to raise our consciousness. We were being prepared to not have so many veils over us. And I particularly know it was also so I could channel ZaZar and the incredible information that he brings in. I also tell this to you because there's going to be a lot of you, and if you're in this room, there is no doubt about it, that are going to have remembrances. They're not going to be abduction memories. They're going to be remembrances of things that happened to you as children that you had to forget. And ZaZar says to me, you didn't repress the memories. They were simply in recess. It was recession until you were able to go about life, learn how to be human, and then, and of course I later chose to be a psychologist to learn even more about humans, and then able to finally channel ZaZar. So this was sort of part of my story, but I want to tell it because it's one thing to say you have contact with ETs. It's another thing to say you channel an ET, six-dimensional being. It's quite another to say I was on a craft when I was little, taken by my biological father, who was an attorney, also in the mainstream, but I knew this whole other part of my father. So I say this because maybe in this moment, the energy may trigger in you your own memories of being with past loved ones, or being with angelic presences, or being with ETs, or perhaps even being on crafts. Many humans are going to start remembering dreams where they have been on crafts with our cosmic family. So if my story at all brings out a resonance in you to open up, because it's going to open, hold on to your hats, the energy that's coming in, and ZaZar will talk about this. It's an incredible way to come out of the closet to say I channel, and I've been on a craft, and it's been absolutely extraordinary. So let's get to ZaZar. I knew what ZaZar looked like because I saw him in my visions, and sometimes he would materialize. But after the first year, Jen and Diane commissioned Vashta Narada, a beautiful artist in Europe who particularly does digital art of people who work with extraterrestrials and celestials, and she does all the art. Amazing artist. Well, she can travel interdimensionally and actually see and witness physically the beings, and then she comes back and paints them. So they commissioned her to paint ZaZar. All she knew was he was blue. That's all she knew. I knew what he looked like, but I didn't know they were doing this. So the digital painting comes. This is what she painted, and it's exactly how I knew him to look. This would be the beginning of synchronicities that began to happen every single day. So, ZaZar, I tease him, I say, you are the consummate cosmic psychologist. He knows us so well. He's part Arcturian, Palladian, and Elfin ET. Apparently, when you're at a higher evolved dimension, you can choose your cosmic genome, and so he does. And so he did. And Arcturian, Palladian, and Elfin ET, which is where he gets his magic and his sense of humor, is a beautiful combination. So, one last thing. When you listen, the information is crucial. It's crucial to this planet right now. However, as he says in the book we wrote together, the ZaZar Transmissions, Pages from the Cosmos, we have copies here if you're interested. It is not just the words in the book. It is the vibration in between every letter. I sleep with the book sometimes beside me. It keeps me up. But so when you hear him, open your heart to just feel the vibrations that he brings into the room, and you will be changed. And you will be changed. So without further ado, let us begin to hear ZaZar. For most of it, my eyes will be closed and my voice will be only what he does with my vocal cords. You know already in this room you are creating an energetic field that is already floating up into the cosmos. You know you all come to hear different information. And so your hearts are already open. So I suggest for now to just close your minds, because there is nothing, I often say to Marilyn, there is nothing in your brain that can possibly comprehend what I'm going to say. It's a new reality. And so just open your hearts, because I do the best with the human heart. You know, the human heart is the best thing you have. There are so many extraterrestrials in the light circle around Earth here to feel your hearts, to hear the music that your hearts sing when you are in your higher frequencies. So let me tell you this. There is a great comet coming tomorrow. This is so auspicious to meet here together tonight. It is you call it the mother of dragons. Well, of course, the mother of dragons has not been here for 71 years. It is now being closest to your, I know. The energy is a lot to take in, little doggy. So I feel you, I see you. It's all okay. I'm afraid I can't temper too much. I see. So, okay, so this mother of dragons is coming tomorrow. This comet that hasn't been close to the Earth and Sun for 71 years. It is coming by. This is the year of the dragon. Could it be more perfect? Also tomorrow, the Lyrids, meteor showers are coming. Why is this so important? It is so important just as the solar eclipse was so important. For when the solar eclipse happened and the sun was blocked by the moon, during that time the sun was downloaded with immense light from your galactic sun. And so this light is now shining upon the Earth, and every astronomical event in your solar system from now on, all meteor showers, all lunar eclipses, solar eclipses, and so forth, planet alignments, will have to do with bringing this intense light to your planet. I am telling you, it is coming in. Earth is situated in a place it has not been for 26,000 years. And so it is coming. You ask your scientists, they will say Earth is now in the photon belt, the light belt. And it is directly lined up with the sun of your galaxy, your galactic sun, and it is lined up with source sun of the universe. And so Earth is in a direct line to receive this potent diamond light. Diamond light, because the diamond is the most sacred design to hold source light. And it is coming into your planet for this time of the new dawn. And it is beginning to be absorbed in the human population, to raise consciousness, to be further in the line of ascension on your planet, to go from the 3D to the 5D. And so this energy coming in is slowly changing the face of the human consciousness. And it is a tipping point now on Earth where human consciousness is beginning to elevate. And you know, many of you, there are grids around Earth that are coming alive now because of this light coming in. And the human consciousness is changing the morphogenic field of consciousness that exists around your planet. And it is also building a light grid of consciousness that forever will change the human species in the light. And so this is happening. But I want to tell you something that we galactics know. This is not just the tipping point for the human race on Earth. When Earth goes through her new dawn, which is coming, which has already begun, when that happens and you ascend in this life to a higher dimension with higher frequencies, when you do, the Earth will light up in the cosmos like a star. And that will give a signal to your galaxy that Earth has finally made her round into the new human. And that will make a tipping point for your entire galaxy. So your galaxy will begin to move into an entire fifth dimensional place. And then the tipping point of your galaxy will happen. And when that happens, it will be a tipping point for your entire universe. So you see, as you begin to try yourself to move into higher frequencies, you have a big effect on the entire universe. And this is absolutely the truth about the Earth at this time. And so the light is pouring in and it begins to penetrate your own consciousness. Now, I want to tell you something about disclosure. Everybody talks about disclosure. When are the ETs coming? When will it be disclosed that Earth is in a cosmic home? I want to tell you there are going to be 3 levels of disclosure, not the kind where the craft lands. People often say, why don't you just land your craft and step out? And I say to you, well, if someone knocks at your door and you open it, you see a praying mantis being, you're going to freak. I guarantee it. Even a blue being with elfin ears, you might take a step back and faint. And so you are not of the level yet in your consciousness to be open if you can't get along with humans who have different skin colors. So think about it. When you have that point at which you gather with us, you will have made peace with every human. But there are different, I want to give you different signs of disclosure. One will be there will be more ETs who will be walk-ins, who will have an agreement with the human soul, and the ET soul will come into the human body and be ET. There will be more of this on your planet. I'll tell you why in a minute. There will also be more ETs coming in with a total holographic image of being human. So you look at them, you think they're human. Many of you know Vivian. She is a beautiful example. Vivian and I know each other quite well. She's not here tonight, but her team and my team are here in this room, so just open to it. Such a beautiful Arcturian being is Vivian. And so she's an example of a hologram in a way of a human body. She looks in human form, but she is ET. Why is the purpose for this? It is that as there are more ETs on the planet that actually look in human form, you will begin to interact with them, not realizing they are ET. And if you don't realize it, you won't be frightened. But slowly but surely, you will realize something is different about this. And there will be such a smooth, loving interaction. You will begin to feel their vibes, and you will begin to understand that there is nothing to be afraid of. And disclosure will happen when human communication with those extraterrestrials that are on the planet that look human begin to be beautiful, easeful, and known. And then you will be ready to see what many of us actually look like. This is so important to happen. The third thing that will happen in disclosure is many of you, which Marilyn talked about, will begin to have memories. And if you're ready, in your dream time, we'll be visiting your star family. And you will have memories perhaps of having this when you were a child, or having magical abilities when you were a child. Some of you knew how to levitate, and have forgotten this. So many of the humans will begin to wake up to the truth that they are from the stars. And this will be a new kind of disclosure that will happen, which will change your consciousness and your hearts. And as you're able to expand your heart love, you will be able to meet the ETs in person. And this is happening all over the planet. But I am telling you, this new dawn is going on, and you cannot look to the old paradigms, first of all, for evidence. Everybody wants proof evidence, either of the new dawn or of ETs or your cosmic home or your star families, evidence of it. And I tell you, the evidence lives in your heart. You will know this in your heart. You will begin to see the new realities emerging. It won't be by looking at the old paradigm where there is war and chaos. It is all coming together to break apart the old paradigm. And if you look at the news, you won't believe there is a new dawn. But you have to look at each other. Look at each other in this room. You're sitting here in the midst of craziness out in the world, and you are sitting here because something in your heart wants to know more, wants to reach out, wants to meet an ET. And so here you are. And so this is the hope of the new earth right here in this room, right here in the expo, to take the time to come and to feel each other. It has to happen human to human. So look to the new realities in the new humans, in the speakers who are here, in the participants who are here. When you walk across the bridge and you look up at somebody and they smile in a grand way. I have seen through Marilyn's eyes so many of you smiling, and I go, if somebody in my crew says, tell me about the hope of the earth, I say you have to see the human heart smile, and you will know it is a turning point on earth. And so look to the new realities. Look to those who are getting more magic in their lives, able to bilocate and be telepathic and all of those beautiful things. Look to those who are serving others, saving others, and look to yourselves. For there is a yearning in all of your hearts to move in a higher vibration. What is this ascension, by the way? It is simply being able to have your heart lead. You know, as a human race, you should already be at the point where your heart leads. It's much smarter than your brain. Because the heart in your womb is the one that formed your brain first, not the brain forming the heart. But you got stuck in a place you call the limbic system, which is all about stress. You got stuck there. But I tell you something, in ascension, it is about moving up in frequency. Your entire being is in vibration. But you have become so attached to the material world, you have forgotten you are vibration. It is like this. It is like looking at a violin and saying it is wood and strings. And yet when you play it, you hear the vibrations in the sound waves. And really, what the violin is all about is that music your ears hear and at times can be so soothed by. It is not wood and strings. It is a vibration, when played correctly, I guess. So, this ascension is about conscious awareness of the vibrational experience in the moment. Listen to this. It's awareness of the vibrational experience in the moment. So right now, feel your vibration. You have vibrations going on a quantum level in your body cells, vibrating. You have lost touch with that. When you gain access to feel the vibration of your body, you will heal. Just like that. You have vibrations in your heart, and the highest strings that are in your heart are that of love. You have vibrations in your mind field, in your brain. They're a lot of screwy, we think, because they're all over the place, a little fragmented. The orchestra isn't so good to hear, if you could hear all the vibrations. I tease you. And your soul has the vibrations of Source. And so you are totally a vibrational being. To become consciously aware of the frequencies in your body, in your heart, in your mind field, and in your soul. And then to begin to hone those frequencies to raise that vibration. And eventually, fifth dimension isn't a place or time. It is simply an increase in your vibrations, in your frequencies. And then you speak and sing those frequencies. You know, in the fifth dimension, there is no word for trust or safety or danger or fear because it doesn't exist there. Can you imagine just being in a place where you never have to hide? You never have to hide. Where the all of you can be known. You have buried so much of the all of you that you have no idea what is there. But I am here to tell you, I can see what is there. I can see what has been buried. Oh, not the drama things in your life. I can see the magnificence of your field of light. And this whole room is lighting up quite like crazy, I must say. But you are lighting up so much because of your heart. And so you are in an ascending life. Let me tell you this. There are many thousands of incarnations in your soul matrix. Your soul matrix, that's what we call it, that holds all of your incarnations. There are few ascending lives in your incarnations. You have a few. What I mean by that in one incarnation, you can actually move from one dimension to another. This is a time when you are all in ascending lives. No karmic wheel, that is done. You are in an ascending life. Should you take advantage? The ascending life does not happen that much, where you can, while you're in this incarnation, actually experience the rise in frequency and light. Everything is light. Your whole body is made of water, and in that water is light. And so, you will be able to raise up into a whole nother dimension of frequency vibration. And that is ascension. The fifth dimension is all around you right now. There are beings in this room from Vivian's team and mine right now. It's just that you haven't raised your vibration enough to trigger the soul sensory modalities, that's what I call them. The sensory modalities to see into the invisible, to feel. Some of you feel this right now. And so this is what ascension is all about. But let me backtrack a minute, because I want to say to you, the reason the human race could have been a lot further along, but it is perfection right now because of the way the earth is aligned with all the light coming in. But there are two traumas the human race has experienced that play such a big role. One is the separation from your cosmic home. Many on Earth feel like they are floating on a planet in darkness. The darkness isn't what you're floating in. The darkness is which has been created by you on Earth. That is the darkness. Now, you feel separate from your cosmic home. That means you feel separate from the unbelievable diverse civilizations out there that would be ready to help you in a moment's notice, except it has to be the free will of the human race that decides to make the leap. And so you have been separated. And this separation has caused tremendous issues of survival because you are alone. And when you feel alone, you are also separated from your soul. And you are separated from divine source, the intelligence that created it all. And when you are separated from that, you are spinning alone yourself as if you are a planet detached from any solar system. And so that separation has seared into you trauma. And you act that trauma out all the time with other issues of separation, separation from other humans, separation from your animal kingdom, separation from the trees on your earth, separation from Mother Earth herself. And there is a second separation that haunts you as a human race, and that is separation from the divine feminine. The divine feminine has been repressed and suppressed. It is time for the divine feminine to rise up once again. To rise up, because the divine feminine is what co-creates. And so if you are going to be in the new dawn, you must take back your ability to create new realities instead of realities being put on you by old paradigms. So two things: separate from your cosmic home, separate from your divine feminine. Oh, welcome this feminine in. You have speakers here this weekend who are talking about the divine feminine. There is a reason for this. It is time now for the golden age, and with that there will be a divine balance between masculine and feminine in all humans. And this is coming to Earth. So as you heal these separations, but they have caused humans to go into survival mode. You know about this. As you feel separate from each other, you want to survive. You look around and see how you can survive the best. And that triggers a part of the brain that isn't good to be triggered. It gives you a lot of chemicals and electricities that are totally wired to keep you what? To keep you in survival instead of thrival. And all of that does what? It makes your whole human species outer focused. Look at how your species does with social media. Yes, the global internet is important because why? It made you feel connected. However, and now you are addicted to your electronics, and it is more important to see what is happening on them than to see what is happening within. Outer attention brings inner tension, which is why you have illnesses. Because outer attention, outer focused. Look at everybody. Once I was out with Marilyn, Diane, and Jen at a restaurant, and I had my eyes open. I said, what is this? Everybody are in these booths with their phones, and they are sitting with family, and they are on their phones. What is this? And so there is an addiction to what? To the outer world. Everything that is important is on your phone. And so I say to Marilyn, you better monitor yourself how much you are spending time in the outer world, because outer attention creates inner tension. Inner attention creates new dimension. And don't forget, your whole world inside is incredible. You hold the whole universe. Let me tell you something. There is a magnificent light field. In 25 years, your scientists will develop a device that will measure your magnificent light field within. I can see it. What I do with you, if you and I talk individually, is we talk about that which lies in you that I can see that perhaps you have put away through the veils. But as you begin to get rid of some of these denser debris from the 3D, as you begin to calm your life, as you begin to become inner focus, there is a pathway that will light out. Think about this. Think about this, that there is a universe inside of you, like a cosmos, and the lights have been turned off, and you think the light is out here, but it is not. And the human race has gone astray because they have gone for the light outside, which is artificial. The light is within, and as you go within, you have a cosmos, and it looks like a cosmic picture with different stars coming online. And so each star holds a piece of magic. And this is you inside. And you can go in and begin to turn on the light of consciousness to feel the vibration of light that lies within your soul, which was the light you were given from source to come into material form. And so this is a beautiful thing, this magnificent light field, which is real. You just can't see it yet, but you can feel it, and you know that it has been so diminished in humans. Don't think you're that magnificent. Don't think you're that big. And I am here to tell you, you are that big. You are that magnificent. It has just been diminished. And when you begin to go inside, you will light up your soul sensory modalities, like bilocation, like teleportation, telekinesis, prescience, the ability to be telepathic with each other. And as you learn to be telepathic, you will be ready to communicate with us. You will know the truth in people's hearts. You will start leading with your heart. And so the magic will begin. The other thing that will happen as you raise your own frequencies, you will begin having receptor sites that are built into your light field. This is all light technology. They will be built into your field to receive the light that is coming into your planet, the diamond light. You will be able to build more of those receptor sites. Don't worry about how, because I know there's always people, well, now how do you do that? Humans love to ask how. And I say to you, well, I always tease these two. I say, well, you're not quite ready for that upgrade of how. But no, I tease. But I tell you, just be able to hold the vibrations that you are opening receptor sites in your energetic field, and more light will be poured into you. A lot of the light that comes into the planet can bounce right off. It is your free will that will begin to open portals for this beautiful light that will start to stimulate memories, remembrances. It will start to stimulate why you have come to Earth. It will open up your soul codes that you brought with you, that you have forgotten, of why you are here on the mission. And all of you in this room, I'm telling you right now, whether you realize it or not, you are light way showers. You are the new visioners, or you would not be in this room. You can't fool me. Some of you are going, oh, not me, no. That's too much responsibility. And I say, yes, it is, but this is who you are. You would not be sitting here. I know this. And so you are opening up your corridors, not just to receive the light, but corridors that you can travel in consciously. You can utilize your consciousness to travel to many, many, many realities, multidimensional realities. Your material world is but a small, small reality. There are so many realities spinning around you right now. And you have the ability, as you begin to increase your vibration, to resonate with certain corridors where you can begin to learn to travel. Some of you already know how, because you are daydreamers. And you know how to daydream. You get off and you go somewhere. You maybe as children were told you daydream too much in classrooms. And I would love to go to some of these classrooms and say, teacher, make sure you teach them how to daydream. Most important thing you can teach a child is to use imagination. And people often say to me, but isn't imagination something made up? And I said, no, you have to have a very evolved consciousness, practically in the 7th dimension, to actually create something out of nothing. But what you can use your imagination is to produce a corridor that actually goes to realities that are real. And so when you go there, it only seems like you're making it up because it's brand new. And so you are opening doors with your imagination. And that is so important. And so this light of your magnificent field creates openings in corridors, creates more receptor sites to receive the light that is coming into your planet. This is like perfection. And then you can begin to be a co-creator, creating the new realities for the new human in the new dawn. And this is who you will become. You will be the co-creators of the outside world instead of the outside world being co-creating your inside world. This is the change that is happening. When you begin to move up into the 5th dimension, there is something we call the miracle mantle. And the miracle mantle is full of healing light. This is when the new healing devices and techniques will come in. You have just begun to touch how to heal. Some of you are healers, and you are learning how to use the energy of light to heal. But I am telling you, what is to come is absolutely miracle. And the healing that will come in from the miracle mantle, and you will be able to receive this and know how to heal with source diamond light itself. And in the miracle mantle, you will also feel these remembrances. And you will be able to travel in your soul matrix to see some of your highest incarnations. People go to past life to see their traumas. Humans are so interested in their traumas. This is part of the problem. I hear people talking about the traumas, the dramas. And I go, it is time to talk about your highest incarnation, which what I do with you is to see into your soul matrix with your agreement. And I see some of the highest incarnations. And these highest incarnations are taking place right now because there is no time or space in the soul matrix. And they come in and they become your guides with essences pertinent to this life, pertinent to you being able to manifest the mission of light on earth. Just a little bit about that. And so you have this soul matrix that becomes alive. And as you start understanding these incarnations, you have a merge take place. And this merge is important because it is the first step you will take to become 6-dimensional. But don't worry about that. What I want you to feel is that this miracle mantle that is coming in will also bring so much synchronicities to your life. Do you realize in the lower vibrations you are out of sync with the synchronistic web? As you move up into higher vibrations, you begin to pop into the synchronicities of the universe, and they are happening all over because it is perfection. And so everything that happens is so synchronistic. You are in the waltz of a dance of a lifetime with everything that's coming in is perfection as you resonate with it. And this is the dance of synchronicities. And that will begin to happen. And so you are headed towards perfection because within you, really, you have a light that is perfect. You have been told all your life you are not perfect. You have been given imperfect designs in your old paradigm that you live in on how to be perfect. You follow them, and they will never take you to your perfection because your perfection that comes from God's source, the flame within you, has been diminished. And once you begin to feel through the higher vibrations, this flame becoming on fire, you will feel the perfection of who you are. And let me tell you something. We see the perfection in the human race. I know when you look around, you see everything imperfect. But some of this is, you have been told many lies about the truth of who you are individually, let alone everybody else. But I am telling you this, if nothing else moves you tonight, please understand that you are absolutely magnificent of heart. And even in all your darkness, your heart has survived. Do you have any idea what that means about the human race? Your heart has survived. Many of the extraterrestrials are here to study this. It is hard for them to believe the beauty of your heart. Let it lead. And so, what does this require to move up in vibrations? Okay, let me just say, first of all is belief. You must believe that you house this magnificent light. I am here only for one reason. It is not about me. It is not about Marilyn. It is about you going depthful inside and feeling this vibration of light that lives in the fluid of your whole body, mind, heart, and soul. To feel this, to be inspired by it. To go inside more. And believe this is true. And believe because of this, you are into a new dawn. And Earth is positioned to receive such beautiful source light now. Belief is the gatekeeper. Belief, you cannot open the gate to this journey without belief. So imagine that belief opens the gate and you simply go into the unknown where you have not gone before. I say to Marilyn all the time, I give her challenges. I say, what do you have to lose by believing this? Just open the gate and go. And if what you find does not appeal to you, come back and say, that belief is not for me. But all I ask you is to believe you are in a cosmic home. Believe you have the divine feminine within you. Believe that you have the light of source within you. Believe you are in the midst of a new dawn. Start believing this no matter what you see in the outer world, and you will be one of the light way showers that will be a co-creator of the new realities coming upon Earth. And second, you must have sovereignty, because the thing that has been taken from humans is your own sovereignty, your ability to say no, to say yes, to say whatever. That comes from your depth of self. Sovereignty, to be able to know what is right for you and to know what is wrong for you, and to follow your own path, no matter what. It will take sovereignty, especially this path of ascension. Third, to understand there is a weave that goes on. And the weave, you go up in frequency and then hit the 3D in your daily life and go back down. There is this weave, and it's making people a bit crazy, I noticed. And the weaving, and there's ascension symptoms that happened all over the place as your body is adjusting to this new light, because everybody is getting it. Not everybody has the openings to have more of it, but everybody is getting it, and you're weaving now. You're weavers. You're weaving into the 5D and then back to the 3D. Call it what you want. You are weaving in the new vibrations, and then you fall into denser vibrations. And you wonder, it's going to make you feel, I'm telling you, a bit crazy. It is not crazy. It is the path of ascension. And the best way to deal with this weaving all over the place, the adjustments of your body, it may not feel well at times, as it's levitating in higher energy. Or the heart may feel sad as you look upon the world after coming here all weekend and then looking at the news and saying, this is craziness. I don't know what is real. And I say to you, you do know what is real if you go into your heart. And make sure in the midst of this you go into your nature, because let me tell you something about Mother Earth right now. Everything is blooming in the spring is fifth dimensional. The blades of grass, the ladybugs, everything, the leaves on the tree, they are vibrating in the fifth dimensional energy. So as you walk in nature, when you hear the birds singing, they are singing to you, specific to you. They can feel you moving through their home. And they want to align you better with the high vibes of nature. And so the wind kisses your cheek and the birds sing to you, all to help you align to a little bit higher, less density. So be in nature as much as you can, because I am telling you, Mother Earth is giving you the greatest gift in her vibration rate in nature. The trees will speak to you. The trees are most amazing on your planet, unbelievable. If you can at all, stop killing the trees, for they are a bigger lifeline to you than you have a clue in their light. And so nature is good. And then I say to you, watch your cosmic diets. You know, the kind of things you feed your body that are dense. I always tease Marilyn, I always out her to say, I see you are looking at a chocolate chip cookie and you're looking at an orange. Well, no, I don't see you looking at the orange. You know, I'm with her all the time now, so she sometimes says to me, ZaZar, I need a break. And because I need a break, and I'm going to have the cookie. I say, okay, but just be aware. Be aware that the orange, by the way, the orange was the first fifth dimensional citrus fruit to come into being. So, and now all the citruses have caught up, limes, lemons, grapefruit, you know. But everything, all the food, try to eat food that is local to you, because that food is grown in the same resonant energies as you live. And so watch your diet, what you feed yourself, to make sure you feed more and more of a light diet. I mean light, like higher frequency diet, organic food, so forth and so on. So your body can begin to make the adjustment. Sometimes it will want denser food to ground it again. That is okay too. You're going to have to be decipherers of what your body needs. But most of you have spent too much time outside your body, have no clue how it is vibrating. Watch what you feed your heart. Do you feed your heart a lot of drama-rama? Are you around friends and family who always talk about the woes of the world? You might have to start saying, no, I can't be around you. It's too heavy for my heart, and my heart wants to cry. And so what do you feed your heart that is of a higher nature? What do you feed your minds? I don't even want to get into what you feed your minds, because, you know, your mind's a little like a pinball machine. Even here, you go from this talk to that talk to this talk. How you digest it all, I don't know, but I hope some of it comes in from tonight. And so, what you feed your mind, calmness. Slow it down. What stimulation do you give it? The news, the Instagram-y, all of this stuff. Boom, boom. I watch people. I said to Marilyn, here's the Instagram. It's every 90 seconds. It's boom, 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 boom. What are you doing to your brain? Not good. So be careful what you feed your brain, what you feed your mind field, and of course what you feed your soul. How do you invigorate in your soul? What do you do every day that lights it up? Do you even know what a soul that someone lit up feels like? Find out. And don't be afraid to go into the unknown. Humans are very attached to what is known, except for all of you, because look at you, you're in this room. So I tell you, do things that are unknown. Oftentimes I take the three of them on drives and I say, put your GPS away, and we drive way out into the country on dirt roads until they go, ZaZar, we're lost. And I go, okay, now the teaching can begin. Because you can't look at your environment and know anything about where you are. And as soon as you have more and more unknown, guess what becomes more and more known? That is which is in your inner world. Don't be afraid of the unknown. Be curious about it. Learn more about it. And so be careful of your cosmic diet, because you are becoming cosmic beings and you are being welcomed into the cosmic home that you deserve to be a part of. Know that this is all heart-led. Know that in your dreams, things will change, especially after tonight. I am telling you right now. Because the best way to reach humans is through dream states. It's like putting consciousness to sleep so it can't say, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. That doesn't make sense. I don't compute. It is not in my data banks. And nothing that's coming on earth will be in your data banks. Why? Because you are creating new reality, and it is not yet there. And so, watch your dreams. Begin to keep dream journals, because much information is going to be downloaded. There are many of you will have downloads of the new devices coming into Earth. There are devices even at this expo that have been downloaded into people to bring the new design to Earth that will help heal what ails the human race. So you are the way showers. You are the planetary viewers of the new reality. Begin to increase your ability to see into the invisible, to hear the symphonies of the planets. You can't believe what the symphonies of the planets sound like. Begin to hear that which is just above your normal hearing, to touch that which is above your normal touching, to feel that which is beyond what is normal for you, to feel the truth of the light within you, to know this is absolutely the new dawn, and to know that you are paramount in this room. Because let me tell you something, if it is not you in this room who will bring the new dawn, who will be on the mission of the light, then it is no one. You are the bringers of the new dawn. You are the way showers. It is up to the humans. We cannot do this for you, but we are coming in droves to help. You have more help now than you've ever held on your planet. So I want to say this. Feel your light. So do this with me. I would like you all to breathe in, and on the out breath, to breathe 5 short out breaths. So it goes like this. And in this is a great way to rid debris in your body. So we're going to do this all at once, because yes, I know. When you see the energy, the dogs are great to know this. And to do this in a group, you will have the whole heftiness of the communal consciousness to breathe out your debris. So ready? Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe in. One more time. Oh, you are good breathers. I can feel, and there is such light in this room. All the debris that is going out is dissolved by the light. Because the light, by the way, coming into the planet is smart light. You should know this. So when it enters you, it is the blue diamond light in particular. When it enters you, it is smart. That's what we call it. Smart. It knows where to go in your body, mind, heart, and soul to rid the debris. You don't have to even direct it. And it knows how to radiate out from you to go in the world where it is needed. This is what your planet is having coming in, the blue diamond light. Anyway, when you breathe out like that, you disperse your debris. Now we are going to, there is so much light coming in from the higher ones. That is the diamond light. And so now You breathe out one whole breath, and when you breathe in 5 light breaths. Ready? Breathe out. Feel this, feel this, feel this light going into you, because you will have your brain go, what are we doing? I don't know what this is. Your brain doesn't know, it has no way to know, but the rest of you does. So ready, breathe out. Breathe in 5. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Oh my goodness. The quotient of light in this room is incredible. You have created a sun. And now, just for a moment, close your eyes and feel this light being dispersed through the entire expo. Those that weren't here tonight are going to feel an extra dose of light. From who? Not from me, not for all the beings in this room, but from you. Because you have breathed in the light, you have been here taking in the vibrations, and so now you have created enzymes, light enzymes. And so when humans are able to raise their light and it gets dispersed, now you have given every single one at the expo enzymes to digest more of the light, both created by you and by the cosmos. This is what you have done for everybody here. I know this sounds fantastical, but the truth is you are. And so, open your eyes and do this with me. This is a mantra chant to feel you more. And it is like this. Om Nima, I bow to me. Om Niza, I bow to thee. Om Nira, I bow to all of everything. Om Ni Ah, I bow to the bliss of it all. So, Om Nima, Om Niza, Om Nira, Om Nia, Om Nima, Om Niza, Om Nira, Om Nia, Om Nima, Om Niza, Om Nira, Om Nia. Now let's all do it together. Ready? Om Nima, Om Niza, Om Nira, Om Nia. So be it, so it is, and now it shall be. Wow, all I see is the light. Let me focus her eyes a minute. Oh. So how is everybody? Look at you. So, I want to know if there is a question or an answer. Yes, Katie.
What can we do with our children? What can I do with my daughters to really help open this up? I know you said work in dream states, nature.
Take them to magic.
They are the magic.
They are the magic, and expose them to as much magic as you can. Let them know you believe their imaginations. Let them know that they are the hope for the future. Let them know how absolutely starlit they are. Let them know that they live in a cosmic home. Let them begin to understand their star families. Begin to Help them take in the light. Go out at night when the light is shining. Tomorrow the mother of dragons is going through the sky. You say to them, it is the year of the dragon. And the mother comment of the dragon, 71 years, 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 is magic sacred number, as above, so below. You take them and say, feel the dragons in the air. If you're careful, you might feel the hot breath of the chains coming from the dragons. You take them out to feel the light sprinkle on them, and then you say to them, so what star do you think you're from? Yes.
We were gifted 2 brain hemispheres.
Yes.
What is the difference between the right and the left brain?
Well, this is part of the problems. The humans do not know what the difference is. And so the left, you know, is where a lot of your logic is. The right is where your expression. To me, the right has been suppressed for so long, and the left has been overused, which is why now the logic of humans, to us, seems a little screwy. But, you know, everything is coming from into completion in unity, and so the right and the left will soon be the whole. There will be no differentiation. Everything in duality is in the 3D, but as you move to the 5D, everything becomes in unity, and so too will your brain. You like that.
I'm writing about it. Thank you for confirming what I wrote.
Well, I'm glad that I can confirm and you confirm what I say. Yes.
We're in the 3D, and then we always talk about the 5D. Nobody mentions much the 4D. Could you?
Well, you are in the 4D. Everybody has a different concept of the 4D. Here's what I feel. The 4D is where the transition bridges are between the 3rd and the 5th. The 4D is also where time-space begins to slow down and becomes less existent. And so many people have time-space shifts they are going through. You will have more and more of them where you will lose time, where you will shift to other places, not really knowing how you got there. Time-space shifts a lot in the 4D, because in the 5D, everything is now. And in the 4D is also where a lot of chaos comes from the dualism in the 3D, and the chaos kind of clangs together. But in the 4D, a lot of the pieces are such, they crash in, let's see, how do I say, pieces, and the pieces begin to come into unity whole. And that is what gives you the levitation kind of frequencies that move you into the 5D. So the 4D can seem chaotic, but it also can seem soft with levitation of time-space shifting. Is that okay? Yes.
Can you speak about the cities of light?
What do you want to know about the cities of light?
Well,
which ones are you talking
I'm
about?
talking about, there's one over the San Francisco Bay Area. But I got a picture of it. That's a story. But I understand there's supposed to be cities of light over every metropolitan area. And I know they're futuristic cities, and just something for people to know about.
So these are holograms in part, in some places. They are holographic, which sometimes they can come into this dimension and you might take a picture. There have been pictures taken over in Asia also. But these are cities, how do I say, as blueprints for what is to take place on Earth. And they are already forming in the higher dimensions. Some of you will see images of things that will come in and leave immediately because the energies are changing so fast. And those are kind of holographic blueprints of that which is almost here. Yes.
Can you explain the concept of the bifurcation that a lot of us is coming through, where the Earth is splitting, or we have this concept of the 5D and some people not choosing to go into the next world, and how that works and how we should hold that?
So everybody has free will. This is very important. It's one of the biggest laws. People argue that humans don't have free will and all this. It's not true. You do have free will. But there will be some who are specifically here to learn from the 3D, and they are, you might say, not part of everything else that is going on Earth. They're having very separate experiences of learning lessons that are particular to what is happening on Earth. However, as the energetics build, as the light builds on the planet, there are those who, some people talk about, yes, Earth will become 5D and leave, and there will be a 3D Earth and a 5D Earth. Again, that is dualism. And so really what will happen is as the light penetrates and as you move up more into the 5D, you as humans will create a life that we cannot create. It will be so powerful on Earth. It will trigger those other humans who think they have chosen another path. But that light will come in and they will have the opportunity instead in that moment to have an ascending life. And everybody has the chance to join. But it will be because of your light, creating this field of highlight that will penetrate, creating enzymes only that humans can digest, to digest this amazing light coming in. And let me tell you, everyone will be in it. Hear, hear.
Yeah.
But it has to be respected that there are some souls who are here to really learn this process. Let me just say this, and they must be allowed, but their process will quicken like crazy. Yes.
So when is this time frame going to be in our lifetime?
It is here right now. It is here right now. That's why I said earlier.
This is here, but reaching it is a different point.
Yes, reaching it. So I always get the question, when is this going to happen? And I say to you, when is this going to happen? And I don't mean to.
In about 25 years earlier, just
25 years for the device that can measure the truth of your field. You can know it right now without a device. So I didn't mean to say 25 years before this. Listen, this is speeding up so fast. Your time on this planet will speed up so fast. So many happenings will be going on in 2024. You watch. It'll be chaos. It'll be crazy. Be careful where your attention lies. Because if you attend to the craziness, you inflate it. People want to come and say, oh, it's so bad, it's so bad. Let me talk about the bad. Or they want to come to Diane, let me hear a past life about my trauma. And I say to you, let's get out of the ditch of traumas and move into that which is your light. That has been repressed, and you have so many programs that say, let me be attached to that which is debris field and all my history of drama. Humans love drama, I know this. And listen, I like the drama when it means you go to the dance halls and dance it out, but okay. So it is speeding up real fast, and this is something that doesn't look like it will happen in your lifetime. But I am telling you, if enough humans really believe the truth of their own light and begin to shine it, it will begin to change every single person on this planet. This is how it happens. Now, Earth is in a little bit of trouble. We're anxious to see how fast it happens, as you are. But there are more of us here. There are more celestials walking on the planet. Archangels, ascended masters, everyone is ascending to come to your planet because you are the tipping point for your galaxy. And so, as you do this, and you will have the choice. If you leave tomorrow, you will have the choice, by the way, in that soul waiting room, to come back totally in ascension on Earth when it is all ascended. So, and because of your work you will do here now. But if you continue to live and breathe light, you will change your planet. And it will be seen. But you have to look for the new dawn, not in the old paradigm. You have to look in each other. Look at you. This is where you see the face of human changing. And it is happening now. And you will be amazed to see what happens. But it is up to you. It is up to the human. We can't help quicken the pace. That's why I am here, to bring the light in. I can help you know the truth of who you are and your highest incarnations and what your mission is all about. But it is you that does it. And the very act of you doing it creates these light enzymes that are given to others to do the same. And that's why it's going to happen so fast now. 2025, you will see evidence all over the place of the new dawn. Hallelujah, yes? Yes. So anybody else have a question? Yes.
Yes, can you talk a little bit more about diet? Are you suggesting a plant-based diet, or are you just saying staying away from heavily processed foods and eating local?
So, look, some of you will know your body. So first thing I'm suggesting is know the vibration within your organs, in your muscles, in your brain. Know the vibrations. Know about sleep. Know about what food you put in what you ingest. You know your culture is full of drugs and alcohol, and this is not good for the human brain after a while. It's kind of a crazy thing. I'm not saying don't do any of that, but be so aware, so distinctly aware that you know what a bite of this does and a bite of that does. There will be some of you who will need proteins in a different way. And so there isn't a blanket. Notice in your culture you have these diets and these drugs that do all this. And they say, be on this diet, be on this diet. The reason all of that doesn't work across the board is because it's not teaching you how to be the dietitian, to know your insides enough to know. I say to Marilyn, you're going to have the cookie, but I'm going to stay here for each bite. And I want you to be honest, how aware. Now, you're in the dilemma, because if she says to me, it felt good, I'll say, well, you weren't aware. So you have to be aware of it. And sometimes she has a cookie and it's fine, because her body is okay with that. It totally, you can have sugar and it can go straight out. And you can have sugar and it can stay stuck. All I'm saying is know your body vibrations. People on earth eat without ever thinking of the vibrations they're putting in their bodies. So all of you may have a different kind of diet, but it'll be designed for you. Okay?
And blessing your food will raise the vibration.
Absolutely. You will soon not need to have so much food. And when that comes, you will live to 200. Humans are meant to live long, much longer than you live. Your genome has gotten a little messed up. Know this, the light coming in is activating your DNA. At the sanctuary in New York, I downloaded to Marilyn a DNA chamber. So you can go in it and all 12 strands start to get activated. We made the mistake one time. Somebody was there for a big retreat, and they, unbeknownst to us, they spent the night in the DNA chamber downstairs. Well, let's say this, they didn't sleep. They were like, I don't know if it was the mattress. It was like, oh no, it was not the mattress, but watch your DNA now. So it's being activated. It was shut down. The original blueprint of humans is not only coming back, it is being uploaded to a brand new design. This is what's happening on your planet. And I say to you, could you go away and believe this for 1 week? And if you can believe this for 1 week, your life will change. Period. Who else? Yes.
Talk about belief, and for me, feeling is the thing that's now. Belief is gonna be. But when you feel it, it's a communication with everything.
You know what is so special about you? Your heart. You are just a step further. Often humans have to believe they have a heart in order to feel the heart. You feel your heart. Look at you. You can't see him, but his heart is written everywhere. And you know what? You give hope to the males of your planet. Because you walk with the feeling of the heart. So I say to you, what's your name?
Roger.
Roger. I love you. Love you. Don't starve your heart. You feel satiated?
So what was your motive to come here? What was the process of you choosing to come here?
To help you. My motive, I have been studying humans for 150 years.
Wow.
So a long time. You might as well put that to use, no?
Say that again?
You might as well put that to use. I also teach a very high classroom in the Light Federation, which is part of the Galactic Federation, but it is the light, it is the spiritual ones, you might say, that consult with the Galactic Federation on various matters. But there is a big academy there, and it is one place where I know Vivian, for those of you who know Vivian. And so I teach there, but also it is very important for this galaxy that Earth has sense. And I happen to have a very soft spot for the humans. There is a planet on the opposite side of your Milky Way, as you call it, on the opposite spiral, that is human. Human. All human. Hello. Marion. Yes, I'm accessing Marilyn's brain. So there is a planet, and it's humans, but it's humans that didn't go through the follies that you have, who stayed in the light the whole time. And they stayed in the light and went through ascension with grace. Grace is returning to Earth. I feel the grace of this room. But this planet is human, and they have come. So of all the extraterrestrials that are important on this planet, it is the human extraterrestrials who have come from this planet. They are already in the 5th dimension. Beautiful, beautiful. You should see what you're going to look like. They are absolutely, they look like you, but with light just emanating everywhere out of them. So beautiful. And they are now, finally, took a while to have them come, but they are now here on Earth to help the humans. Because they understand you more than any other civilization. But they made it without going through the darkness.
How'd they do that?
Well, you might want to talk to them. What's their planet's name? Let me translate it from the name of that planet. Hold on. Sheenus. That is the closest English translation I can give you. I'd rather say it in light language, but Sheenus. And it is, let me say this, where a lot of ETs go to see the heart that some of them have lost. This is the greatest gift you give, is your heart.
When you speak about the heart, I recently had this vision of my heart, and I was on a ship. Not a ship, but I was on a ship, and there was a screen. Our heart has a screen, and the other members in the ship have screens in the heart, so you can see the love that comes from everybody's heart. There's so much love. And to be able to see it, and the colors change, but it's real. It's real.
Let me tell you this, and I wish I had time to do this with this group, to take you on this journey, beautiful one, where everything that you had to guard you, all your life you have so many guards and protections around you, dropped away. There are places in your heart you have never even touched because it's been guarded. Your heart has been hurt. To take you on a journey where all of that goes away and you can feel the pureness of my love and the beings in this room love. It is like the sweetest, grace-filled love. And I hope you can feel that right now, bathing you, because it has there is no judgment, there is no definitions, there is nothing but the purest of love. For what? For life source that lives within you. How could we possibly not love life force itself? And all of you in this room hold that life force, that source soul flame, that is evidence of your perfection. How can love not love that perfect light? And oh, is it good.
They called it art from the heart.
Art from the heart.
Yes.
I love
They
it.
called it.
And soon you will learn to be heart breathers. You will begin to breathe through your heart, not just through your lungs. So much to come. So much to come, but I have a feeling we have to vacate the room.
Okay.
And I wonder if you could clap for yourselves. And think about this. You must be pretty magnificent to attract a very high cosmic avatar as myself to come in the room with you. You think I am teasing. I am not. So just please know who you are. Find it, be it, love it, spread it.
Remember, the light can do anything.
Oh, you are just beginning to learn about light technology. This is the next book Marilyn and I are writing. What light technology really is, how to utilize it, how to become it. And so be it, so it is, and now it shall be. Thank you again.
Thank you.